Oliver Ames High School Sports home game coverage is underwritten in part by Bank of Easton, Premier Properties, Law Office of Sutton and Sutton, Easton Historical Society and Museum. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for making coverage of all this year's home games possible. Hello, everybody, and welcome. You are watching Oliver Ames High School girls basketball on ECAT, Easton Community Access Television. Check out all of our live and on-demand programming at eastoncat.org. And if you haven't already, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Just search for Easton Community Access Television. For Easton residents, you can watch live sports and other Easton Public School programming on Comcast 97 and Verizon Fios 24. Select games also on the all-new ECAT channel, Comcast 1072, Verizon Fios 2122. So welcome to the Nixon Gymnasium here at Oliver Ames High School. So we get ready for a matchup between the Oliver Ames Tigers and the Foxboro Warriors. Out there on the floor for the Tigers, it's looking like number 3, Avery Gamble out there with number 22, Cameron Durba, number 14, Annie Riley, number 42, Catherine Farley, and number 11, Maddie Homer. As the Warriors win the tip, coming in, that's Cameron Collins, the junior captain for the Warriors, taking the mid-range 2 that rattles around, doesn't go in. They get a feed inside. Back out, Erin Foley driving in for the Warriors. Left-handed layup is good. She saw a lane she liked. Out there on the floor for the Warriors, number 2, Cameron Collins. Number 14, Maddie Marr. Number 11, Kaylee Sullivan. Number 13, Erin Foley. And number 3, Isabella Chamberlain. I was going to say she wasn't on my roster, but she is. She's just out of order. Tigers with the ball now. Cameron Durba, feed inside to Maddie Homer, bounce pass back out to Avery Gamble, taking a long 3, a little too much of an arch on it. Doesn't find it. It's going to go out of bounds off of Annie Riley, who was looking to get the board there. And Foxboro gets the ball right back. Kaylee Sullivan bringing it up. Passes, trying to go to Chamberlain. It's fought for on the ground. Homer's in there diving for it. And we're going to get a foul coming on Avery Gamble. Oh, blue 3. Excuse me, it wasn't Avery Gamble. It was on Isabel Chamberlain, and the Tigers get the ball. Coming the other way, though, Foxborough using the press. Cameron Collins picking off the pass at the bucket for 2. Cameron Collins, good awareness, and Foxborough still with the press, and Cameron Collins comes away with another pick. This time she hands the ball off to Sullivan to bring the ball up the court, but full court press effective for Foxborough on 2 straight possessions. Feed to Cameron Collins, drives inside, 2 is good. Cameron Collins having a first quarter so far, 6 points, 2 steals. Annie Riley's coming out fast, she gets blocked. Cameron Collins comes down with it. She's coming down with speed, passing to the corner. Sullivan, corner 3 hits. Foxborough has started off shooting, and quickly they are up to a 9-0 lead. About 2 minutes into this one, it's been all Foxborough, all Warriors. Tigers don't have an answer for it. We're going to take an Oliver Ames timeout. 6:10 remaining, 9-0 the score. Out of the break, same look for the Tigers. Just maybe switching up a defensive game plan or something. Maybe a plan to get through this press that the Warriors are using. Warriors make a change. Annie Reuter, number 34, comes into the game. Tigers get the ball quickly into Durba, passes over to Avery Gamble, goes between her legs, feeds into the corner, and rolls out of bounds off of the Tigers, so another turnover, and the ball's back in the hands of the Warriors. Kaylee Sullivan brings it up for Foxborough. Bounce pass to her left side, connects with Erin Foley. Foley holding the ball, Annie Riley on her, feeds to Collins. Collins is hot, takes another one, no good. But number 3, Chamberlain's there to come down with the board. Feeds to Sullivan. Sullivan off the glass, good for 2. 11 points. The first quarter lead for Foxborough right now. Cameron Durba getting through the press, brings the ball up the court, trying to feed to Maddie Homer underneath, just a little bit out in front of her, and that pass goes out of bounds. So troubles offensively for the Tigers, holding on to the basketball. And it is once again back in the hands of the Warriors. Seems like the Tigers haven't had the ball at all to start this game. Cameron Collins over to Sullivan in the corner. Avery Gamble guarding right now. Sullivan with a handoff pass to Collins. Collins works the ball the other way, driving in, putting up a shot. Not going to go. Chamberlain's there to get the rebound. Pass it back out to Sullivan for a three-pointer. This one's not going to go. Another offensive board for Foxboro. Cameron Collins with another 2 points. And with that many offensive rebounds, you're bound to get a point at some point. Tigers will start this game without 2 of their starters, Sarah Hilliard and Cadence Durba. I think Cadence Durba coming into the game right now, taking out Annie Riley. Cameron Durba gets the ball into Avery Gamble. Avery Gamble inside off the glass. A little too high, and Sullivan comes down with the rebound for Foxboro. Sullivan coming off the floor, guarded by Avery Gamble. Passes over to Cameron Collins. Collins fakes the three. Drives in, pass over to Erin Foley. Foley in, behind the back over to Chamberlain. Sullivan, once again guarded by Gamble. Inside pass, goes to Reuter. Reuter, good ball movement by Foxboro, but they can't get a good shot opportunity. Sullivan guarded by Gamble, there's 10 on the clock. That shot by Sullivan, too much on it, goes over the rim, winds up in the hands of the Tigers. Cameron Durba trying to feed Cadence Durba, wasn't ready for the pass, ends up in the hands of Foxboro. Erin Foley got fouled on that one and the shot fouled. I don't think the ref saw the foul. I definitely saw it and heard it though. Cameron Collins comes away with another steal, mid-range 2, hits. She is on fire in this first quarter. I'm not keeping track of the points. I want to say she is around 12. Maddie Homer underneath the bucket, passes it back out for Cadence Durba to take a three-pointer. That's not going to have enough on it. And the Warriors come down with it. Erin Foley feeding inside to Reuter. Reuter turnaround, mid-2 is good. And it's 19-0 to start the game. The Tigers can't seem to find an answer defensively or get anything going offensively. They're going to take another timeout, as this game has started all Foxboro. It's 19-0. 3:25 to go here in the first quarter as we take a break. Coming out of the break, same group for the Tigers. Catherine Farley, Cadence Durba, Cameron Durba, Avery Gamble, and Maddie Homer. And the Tigers are getting the ball to come out of it. Same group for the Warriors as well. And they are using their press. Cadence Durba gets the ball into Cameron Durba, guarded by Foley on her way up the court. Working on her left side, she gets fouled by Foley. Fouls on the floor before the shot. And the Tigers work the ball up the court successfully through the press. Farley to inbound. The bounce pass to her left side finds Durba. The long three-pointer isn't going to hit. And the Warriors come down with the rebound. Foley quickly to Sullivan. Sullivan to her right side, driving in, stops. Mid-range 2. You can hit front rim, go back out. Cameron Collins taking the 3. No good. That one hits back rim. Now Foley gets an offensive rebound over to Sullivan. Another opportunity and another offensive rebound. This time we have a foul on 34, a little over the back. That's coming on Reuter, getting that over the back board, and she gets checked out. Number 30, Ava Hill, coming back into the game. Homer gets it into Cameron Durba, guarded closely by Erin Foley. To her right side, Cadence Durba. Works it to Cadence Durba. Cameron almost lost it, but manages to get it to Cadence. Cadence works to the screen, put up by Catherine Farley. Almost loses the basketball. She feeds it over to Avery Gamble in the corner, driving at the baseline, going up at the shot. Gets blocked by Ava Hill. Isabel Chamberlain on the block. Ball is loose, tied up. It's going to be a foul on Ava Hill. And the Tigers get a fresh 35. 2:33 to go, 19-0 your score here in the first quarter. Cameron Durba gets it all the way up top to Cadence Durba. Cadence Durba to her right side. Drives in, going to go up with a little right-handed layup, not enough on it. And Cameron Collins comes down with a rebound. Quickly up, Chamberlain gets the fake. Didn't get a good look, though. They pass it back out to Sullivan for a three-point attempt. That's not going to go. And the Tigers come down with the board. Cameron Durba on the rebound. To her left side, feeds over underneath the bucket to Avery Gamble. Rattles around, and good. Tigers get their first points of the game on a nice feed to Avery Gamble underneath the bucket. Puts up a nice shot. Sullivan over to Foley. Guarded by Durba. At the top. To her left side, pass to Collins. Collins taking the three, not going to go. And the Tigers are there to collect the rebound. Cadence Durba quickly trying to feed that ball up to Homer. Gets it to her somehow. Now back out, Cadence Durba, long three, Cameron Durba, long three. Doesn't go, ball gets tied up. It was Chamberlain coming down with the rebound, and Catherine Farley goes in there to grab it, tie things up, and the Tigers get the ball back. Cameron Durba into Farley, guarded closely by Ava Hill, driving inside. A little pass behind to Cadence Durba with a handoff over to Cameron. Ball is on the floor. It's going to roll out of bounds off the Tigers. Couldn't control the pass. And another turnover. They've been plentiful here in this first quarter. We have about a minute to go. Sullivan drives up the floor for the Warriors. Gets stuck, needs some help. Avery Gamble, good defense all over. But she's able to work the pass over to Erin Foley. Foley to Collins. Collins driving in. Feeds to Ava Hill. Good pass from Collins. Spinning around. Saw her out of the corner of the eye. Feeds it to her. Now another steal from Collins. Collins drives in. Mid-range. Two. Not going to go. Erin Foley's there to get the offensive board. She gets another one. Gets her own board. We're going to have a travel before the shot. And a turnover for the Warriors. There's 43 seconds to go. Tigers with the ball. Warriors still pressing. Horseman into Gamble. Gamble guarded closely by Chamberlain. Gets a screen by Farley. Works her way up the floor. Drives in. Passes behind the back to Horseman. Maeve Horseman newly into the game, passes over back to Gamble. Gamble driving inside, putting up a shot. They're not going to get any call. There was a bunch of contact there, but no call. And the Warriors have the ball coming the other way. Collins, inside pass to Hill. Hill back out. Sullivan, three-point shot. Back rim, no good. Homer's there fighting for the rebound. She gets fouled by Collins. There's 14 seconds on the clock. Horseman gets it into Gamble. 25, Kaylee Sampson, newly into the game for the Warriors, is defending her. Pass over to Cadence Durba. Durba back to Gamble. Gamble's taking the three, hitting the three. Avery Gamble from beyond the arc, and that's how this first quarter is going to end. After 8 minutes played, 21-5, it was almost all Foxboro, but a nice little spark of hope at the end with a nice made three from Avery Gamble. We'll be back for the second quarter after this.
Back for the second quarter. Warriors get the ball out there on the floor. Cameron Collins, who had herself a great first quarter. With the ball right now, Kaylee Sullivan, number 25. Kylie Simpson gets the ball, feeding over to Collins inside. Also on the floor out there is number 3, Isabel Chamberlain. I don't know why I keep forgetting her name. Cameron Collins trying to feed inside. Maeve Horseman is there to intercept the pass, and the Tigers, with a positive defensive play, get the ball back. Avery Gamble to her left side, driving in, feeds in the corner. 3-point shot taken by Homer, no good. Warriors there to collect the rebound. Cameron Collins coming in, stops, mid-range 2, hits. Collins gets the scoring going in the second quarter for the Warriors. Cadence Durba coming up the right side of the court, behind the back, loses the ball. Has to retain it and works it over to Avery Gamble. Gamble guarded by Sampson, feeding underneath to Horseman, pass just behind her back. Couldn't control it. Ends up in the hands of the Warriors. Cameron Collins feeding over to Sullivan. Pass just a little bit out of her reach, and the Tigers are there to collect that one. That's Avery Gamble coming down with it. They feed it to Cadence Durba. Cadence Durba taking the 3, no good. Warriors collect the rebound. Ball finds its way out of bounds off the Tigers. Annie Riley coming back into the game, taking out Catherine Farley. Foley bringing it up for the Warriors, works over to Sampson. Inside now, trying to find Chamberlain. Pass gets deflected, comes back out. Sampson controls. To her left side, loses the basketball once again. Foley there to pick it up, driving in the corner. Cameron Collins taking the 3 off the glass, no good. Another offensive rebound for Foxboro. Foley put the pass inside to Chamberlain, gets it to her. Tiger defense giving a little bit of work. 3-point shot, no good. That's going out off the Warriors, out of bounds. It was Chamberlain trying to get her hand on that ball and control it as it fed out of bounds. The refs talked it over, changed the call up. Guess saying out off the Tigers. Collins gets the ball all the way up top to Foley. Foley guarded by Horseman, driving inside, spinning around, loses the basketball and travels. Ooh, there was a foul. They're going to call a foul on Annie Riley. I don't think anyone was looking at her feet, though, that were dragging all over the floor. Chamberlain with the ball to get it in. Back up top to Collins. Collins looks at the goal bucket, then decides to feed inside. Ava Hill going up with it. They're going to say no call on that. Clean little strip. And the Tigers have the ball working the other way. On the ground, they lose it, though, and it ends up back in the hands of the Warriors. Collins coming up, driving in. You're going to have a foul on the floor. This foul coming on Maddie Homer. .5:27 to go here in this second quarter. 5-23 the score. Foxboro loses the ball on the throw-in, and it's dove on the ground. Avery Gamble in a diving play knocks it out off of Kylie Sampson, and the Tigers get a possession here in the offensive territory. Cameron Durba cross court trying to get it underneath to Horseman. Horseman saves it, but it goes in the hands of Sampson. Warriors coming down the floor now. Chamberlain gets stuck, has to feed back out to Collins. Now Foley, they get it all the way around into the corner. 3-point shot taken by Hill is no good, and Cameron Durba's there to come down with a rebound. Durba bringing the ball up the floor, guarded by Foley, worked to her left side. Tigers trying to get something going underneath the basket. but nothing working. Feed to Annie Riley, now Horseman. Horseman underneath, that's what they were trying for. Shot doesn't fall. And Foxboro's there to collect the rebound. Cameron Collins back out. Foley taking the three. Back rim, no good. Sampson's there to get the offensive board. It's been an offensive rebounding night for these Warriors. Lots of offensive rebounds. Foley to Collins. Collins, Homer's there to get her hand in on that ball, tip it away. It's a good defensive play by Maddie Homer. Brianna Montero comes into the game for Annie Riley on the Tiger side of the ball. That's Sampson with the ball, feeding over to Foley. There's about 15 on the shot clock as the Warriors reset. Foley over to Sampson, inside pass, putting up a shot, 34. Addie Rudder, shot doesn't go. Tigers there to collect the rebound. Cameron Durba underneath, pass to Horseman. They work it back up top to Cameron. Takes the three, hits the three. Gets the first points of the quarter for the Tigers. Collins over to Sampson, guarded by Horseman. Inside pass to Chamberlain, now underneath. Rudder loses the ball, can't control the pass. It's going to roll out of bounds off of Rudder, the Tiger basketball. With about 3:35 to go here in the second quarter. Foxboro no longer pressing as the Tigers bring the ball up the court. Cameron Durba taking the three, no good. And Erin Foley comes down with a rebound. Foley into the corner. Sampson, open look three, connects. That's Kylie Sampson, the freshman, hitting in the corner. Tigers now, Cameron Durba with the ball. Back out to Cadence Durba. Taking a long three-point shot. Too much on it. Rebound is fought for and won out by Sampson. And then she gets fouled on the floor by Homer. Cameron Collins brings it up for the Foxboro Warriors. Bounce pass over to Sullivan. Back up top to Chamberlain. Beyond the arc, they finally work it inside to Rudder, who gets fouled by Durba. Oh, they're going to say the ball got tied up. Ball got tied up on the way there. It's going to be Oliver Ames' ball. Under 3 to go here in the second quarter. Cameron Durba over to Avery Gamble. Passing to Brianna Montero up top. Durba guarded by Chamberlain. Trying to feed underneath. Nobody was cutting. It winds up in the hands of Sullivan. Foxboro working the ball the other way. Cameron Collins, mid-range two, hits. They get the ball into Durba. Foley pressing. She works on her right side, gets around her, and then Foley fouls Durba on her way up the court. Tigers in the bonus here. They're going to get 1-and-1s at the line. So Cameron Durba at the line. 2:08 to go here in the second quarter. Shot no good. Rebound. Tigers win it. Annie Riley putting up a shot no good. Ball is still loose. Cameron Collins controls it though. Feeds in the corner. Sampson, three-point shot. Falls. And it's a 31-8 lead here in the second quarter. Cameron Durba brings up the floor for the Tigers. Feeds over to Cadence Durba. Back up top for Cameron, guarded closely by Sampson. Tigers moving around underneath the bucket. Nothing open though. Cameron drives in, left-handed layup. She gets fouled on it. She's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Durba connects on her first one. Second one falls as well. Successful trip to the line for Cameron Durba. Sampson brings it up the floor for the Warriors. Handoff pass to Sullivan. Sullivan to her left side, trying to find Rudder inside. Works it back out. Hill taking a mid-range 2. Connects. Ava Hill from inside. About a minute to play here in the first half. Avery Gamble going to drive all the way in. They're going to call that a charge. Ooh, they're going to call it a block. On Isabel Chamberlain. It's going to send Avery Gamble to the line for 1-and-1s. Shot doesn't go. Rudder is there to collect the rebound. Sullivan bring the ball up the floor into the corner. Chamberlain back up to Sullivan, now feeding inside. Rudder back out to Chamberlain, back to inside to Rudder. 2-point shot is good from inside the paint. Addie Rudder. Coming up the floor, Annie Riley feeding to Gamble in the corner, taking the 3-point shot. Not going to go. Brianna Montero's got to come down with an offensive rebound. Back out to Cameron Durba, who's taking a 3-pointer. No good. And it is Ava Hill coming down with the rebound, feeding underneath to Sullivan. Good at the glass. Nice little give to Sullivan underneath. And the shot clock has been turned off. Got about 25 to go here. Feeding underneath Montero, putting the shot up is good. Through the contact, through the defense. Connects for 2 points. Tigers showing some life here late in the second quarter. That pass feeds to Ava Hill, putting the shot no good. Offensive rebound. No, it's Annie Riley coming down with it. Bounce pass over Montero. But that's how this quarter ends. So after 2 quarters played, 37-12, the score here at Oliver Ames High School. Stay tuned for the second half of action coming up after this break.
At ECAT, we're here to keep you connected and involved in the community. On ECAT, you can explore the town with Gail Devins.
Hello, I'm Gail Devins, and welcome to our show, Discover Easton.
Tell your story with Harrison Young on Topic Time.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young on
Learn something new with the Ames Free Library. Relax with the Ron Van Dam Show.
Ron Van Dam Show, that's who I am. I'm Ron Van Dam. Thank you so much.
Check in on the latest in live town meetings.
2022 Select Board meeting, and Happy New Year.
Stay up to date with Oliver Ames High School news and live sports.
Tiger Talk.
Share your thoughts on the community forum.
Welcome to Community Forum.
And listen to some exciting new music. So stay connected with Easton Community Access Television. Oliver Ames High School Sports home game coverage is underwritten in part by Bank of Easton, Premier Properties, Law Office of Sutton and Sutton, Easton Historical Society and Museum. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for making coverage of all this year's home games possible.
Easton Community Access TV, or ECAT, is pleased to announce format changes to its website, www.eastoncat.org. Our viewers will now be able to watch online 24/7, 4 channels streaming live the following program areas: public, education, and government, as well as offering high definition, or HD. Moreover, when viewers log into the website, they will be greeted by spectacular drone footage depicting beautiful, historic Easton. Furthermore, ECAT's revised content on demand provides shows, meetings, concerts, sports, and more in convenient playlists. The community calendar page gives viewers a listing of community events which ECAT is recording and live streaming for the current month. On this page, viewers can also request coverage of an event which they would like ECAT to film and broadcast. In the New to Easton section, newcomers can find a list of local resources and videos on the history of Easton and on its prestigious historical buildings, as well as tours of local businesses. ECAT has made these changes for easier navigation of its website and for better communication with its viewing audience. Thank you for watching.
Yep. Hello, everybody, and welcome. You are watching Oliver Ames High School Girls Basketball on ECAT, Easton Community Access Television. Check out all of our live and on-demand programming at eastoncat.org. If you haven't already, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Just search for Easton Community Access Television. For Easton residents, you can watch live sports and other Easton Public School programming on Comcast 97, Verizon Fios 24. Select games also on the all-new ECAT channel, Comcast 1072, Verizon Fios 2122. Hello and welcome back to the Nixon Gymnasium. Our matchup here, the Foxboro Warriors against the Oliver Ames Tigers. We're looking at a score of 39-12 right now. It was controlled by the Warriors in the first half. Great shooting coming from Cameron Collins, especially. Tigers showed glimmers of hope. Lots of nice three-point shots hitting from Avery Gamble. Some nice inside drives coming from the teams. That's Cameron Collins right there with a little three-point shot from beyond the arc that falls. Almost getting her hands in on that steal right there. Caden Sturber coming the other way for the Tigers, trying to feed inside to Maddie Homer. Somehow got the ball to her. And it's on the floor, tied up. And it's Oliver Ames basketball. Durba feeds inside to Avery Gamble. They get the ball back up to Caden Sturba underneath now. Maddie Homer at the baseline. Passes it back out to Cameron Durba driving in. A couple offensive rebounds to the Tigers. Catherine Farley's had to get her hand on that one, but the Warriors come down with it. Coming the other way now, Cameron Collins driving inside, feeding back out. Sullivan taking the three, no good. But it's Chamberlain getting the offensive board for Foxboro, and Foxboro gets another 35. Inside, Chamberlain, back out. Aaron Foley taking the three, hits it from beyond the arc. Three-point shooting coming here from the Foxboro Warriors. Back-to-back possessions with a three. Cameron Durba feeds it over to Avery Gamble. Avery Gamble driving in. She's going to get fouled. Foul's coming on Isabel Chamberlain. Cameron Durba going to check out for Brianna Montero. Durba gets the ball inside underneath to Gamble. Gamble gets stripped by Collins. Collins has the ball coming the other way, loses it. It's on the floor, and it falls out of bounds. Tiger ball. Ava Hill comes into the game for the Warriors, taking out Isabel Chamberlain. Coming up now, Gamble spinning around, right hand at the rim. Avery Gamble with a drive inside, gets 2 points for the Tigers. Foley feeding the ball to Sullivan. Sullivan on the right hand, driving the other way, gets stuck, needs help, bounce pass back out. Now to Foley, inside, taking the shot, no good. Ava Hill on the shot. She gets the rebound in the corner, fought for. Offensive rebounds plentiful for Foxborough this game. Foley inside to Hill. Hill's got to do something with the ball. They get it over to Collins. Collins with a little fadeaway shot, not going to go. And Avery Gamble collects the rebound. Gamble coming up the floor. Left hand switches hands, driving in again off the glass. No good this time. It looks similar to her last little drive inside, which was successful. Cameron Collins, open look three, takes it, no good. Ball is loose, works its way all the way back out to Sullivan, who's taking a three-point shot and connecting on it. And we have an Oliver Ames timeout, 14-48. 4:53 the score as we take a break here in the third quarter. Back out of the break, same look for the Tigers, same look for the Warriors. Just talking over some game plans. Tigers maybe going to defend the three-point shot a little bit differently, as it seems like that's all that's coming from Foxboro here. Brianna Montero with the drive inside, putting up a layup. She's going to get fouled on, and Montero is going to the line for 2 free throws. First shot up off the glass and in for Montero. Second one, no good, and Foxboro's there to collect the rebound. Sampson coming down that left side all alone, it seems like. Montero's there to pick her up. They feed the ball back out to Collins at the top. Collins on her right hand, switches to her left, driving in, trying to feed inside to Rudder, gets the ball to her, putting up a little spin around shot off the glass, and good. Addison Rudder didn't catch that one. But it's Foxboro ball. Sullivan to Sampson, hands it back off to Sullivan, driving around the other way, stops behind the back the other way, ball gets poked away. Now that's with the shot, Ava Hill hitting the rim, no good. Maddie Homer's there to collect the rebound. Brianna Montero coming the other way for the Tigers, trying to feed that ball to Avery Gamble. Sampson's there to get a hand on it, knock it out of bounds. Durba into Farley. Catherine Farley in the corner, hands the ball off to Durba, spins around, takes the three-point shot, no good. Avery Gamble is there to steal the rebound. Her shot's no good. Maddie Homer gets an offensive board, puts the shot back up. Does not connect, and Foxboro comes down with it. Kylie Sullivan at the top of the bounce pass inside to Collins. Collins spinning around, guarded by Homer. Behind the back pass back to Sullivan. Sullivan now to Rudder. Addison Rudder, shot rattles around, doesn't go. Avery the Gamble's there to collect the rebound and gets fouled by Sullivan. And we're going to take in Olive Ames timeout. 3:29 to go, 15-50 the score as we take a break here in the third quarter. Out of the break, same 5 for both sides. We have 3 minutes, 29 seconds to go, 50-15. Annie Riley brings it up the floor for the Tigers. She loses the ball, but Cameron Durba is there to collect it, coming inside, putting up a left-handed shot. That one in and out. Annie Riley, offensive board, puts it back up. Good off the glass for 2. Tigers pressing. Foxboro feeding the ball to Cameron Collins, comes back the other way. That pass intercepted by Cameron Durba. Almost loses it out of bounds. She does. And it's going right back Foxboro's way. Sullivan with the bounce pass inside to Collins. Collins now Foley putting up a shot, no good. And rebound's going to Cameron Durba. Durba driving, guarded by Collins. to her left side, loses the ball, rolls out of bounds, and it's going to be Foxboro's possession. Sullivan bringing up the floor for Foxboro. Pass to Chamberlain, now back out. Erin Foley taking the three-pointer, no good. And Brianna Montero comes down with the defensive rebound. Montero driving in, trying to feed that pass to Durba. She does. Cameron Durba works it back out, takes a three-point shot, no good. Ball travels out of bounds. Going to be Foxboro's possession. Travels under the bleachers. We got it back. Ball is back. Tigers still defensively using the press, and it works. Oh, that is aggressive. I don't know, they're going to say it got tied up. A bunch of people went down hard. But it's going to be Foxboro possession. Foley quickly, nobody was ready. And she chucks that ball out of bounds, trying to get that ball into Chamberlain, who wasn't ready for it. And it's a turnover for Foxboro. Avery Gamble working up on Sullivan to her left side, driving in, going to take it all the way to the glass, off of the glass and in. Avery Gamble for 2 points. Connects. Avery Gamble's had a couple drives that have looked great, driving to the defense inside the paint, putting the ball up. Nice little layups. Sullivan to her right side, back out. Collins feeding inside to Chamberlain, trying to get the ball to Rudder. A tip gets the ball to Foley. Loose on the ground, still loose. Avery Gamble's there to collect it and bring it the other way for the Tigers. Gamble passing up to Durba, saves that ball, tosses it back in the air. Back over to Gamble. Gamble's driving inside, putting up another one. She's going to get fouled, and Avery Gamble's going to the line for 2 free throws. First shot, good from Gamble. Second one connects it as well. Tigers are going on a little bit of a run here, 6-point run, 50-21 the score. Cameron Collins driving through, pass underneath Sullivan, up behind the back, no good. Chamberlain's there to rip away the offensive rebound. Controls, sends it back up to Foley. Cross-court pass over to Sullivan. Open look three, takes it, not going to go. And Foxborough with another offensive board, give the ball back to Sullivan, taking another three, no good. This one is going to get tied up on the floor. Montero and Chamberlain fighting for the ball. Tigers get it into Montero to bring it up. Montero works it in, now back out to Gamble. Gamble works it the other way, gets stuck, feeding to Cameron Durba, taking a three-point shot. This one's not going to go. And Kylie Sullivan is there to get the rebound, gets fouled. Foul coming on Catherine Farley. Foxborough with a little bit of speed getting into Collins. Collins drives in, pulls back out, and then sends the ball up top to Foley. Foley over to Sullivan. Sullivan back towards the middle, feeding Foley into the corner, cross into the middle. Hill's little mid-range two isn't going to go. They get offensive boards. Foley with the ball back again, working it into the corner. Cameron Collins driving in, feeding back out, taking the three. It's going to fall. Sullivan connects on the three, and that's how the third quarter ends. after 3, 53-21, your score here at Oliver Ames. And we'll be back with the fourth quarter after a short break. Eight minutes to play in this one, 21-53 the score coming into the fourth quarter. And Foxboro with the ball. Ball to Foley. Lots of ball moving coming from beyond the arc. They get it back out to Foley, who's taking the shot. Doesn't go, and Avery Gamble collects the rebound. Gamble now coming the other way, a little bit of speed. Going to take it all the way to the bucket, put up a shot, get fouled. Gamble's going back to the line. She's getting fouled by Collins. Oh, you'd say it's before the shot. Number 10, Grace Dupill gets the ball in for the Tigers. They get it up, shot, no good. Avery Gamble, offensive rebound. Not going to go, fighting underneath. They're going to get a foul. This time coming on Avery Gamble. Into Foley for the Warriors, giving it to Sullivan. Sullivan bringing the ball up the court. Guarded by Durba to her right side, works it back to the top, guarded by Montero. Now back to Aaron Foley. Fakes a jab inside, everything staying from the outside from the Warriors. Foley taking the three, that's going to fall. Aaron Foley connects on another three, drives the score up just a little bit more. Durba over to Montero. Montero driving in, left-handed shot, gets blocked, putting her second shot back up, no good. Grace Dupill comes down with an offensive rebound. Now Cameron Durba putting up a left-handed shot, no good. That one got dribbled out of bounds. Up to Sullivan quickly for the Warriors. Kaylee Sullivan guarded by Montero to her right side, finds Collins. And we got a foul on Grace Dupill. Collins in, putting up a shot quickly is Hill. Finds the bucket for Foxboro. Avery Gamble driving up quickly over to Cameron Durba. To Cadence Durba, trying to find Cameron Durba underneath. She wasn't ready for the pass, and it sails by her and out of bounds. She checks out for Maeve Horseman to come in. Cameron Collins brings the ball up, back out to Foley. Collins corner, fakes the three, drives in, over to Rudder, puts up a shot, no good, gets her own board. Another offensive board coming for Foxboro. They work it back up top. Sullivan taking a three-point. This falls 61-21, a 40-point differential. And we have an Oliver Ames timeout. 5:56 to go here in the fourth quarter as we take a break. Out of the break, same look for the Tigers. Gamble, Montero, Dupill, Horseman, and Durba. All Ames with the ball. Montero back towards center court, guarded by Foley. Pass is interrupted, but Horseman gets it back. Now driving in underneath the bucket, behind the back. Not going to go. And Foxboro is there to come down with the board. Collins quickly, a three-point shot, no good. Cadence Durba there on the rebound. Coming the other way, Maeve Horseman driving in, putting up a shot, gets blocked by Rudder. And the other way for Foxboro now, Sullivan. Over to Collins, comes in, mid-range two, hits. Cameron Collins. Don't know how many points he has, but it's got to be close to 30. Gamble cutting through everybody in the lane underneath, trying to find Horseman. Can't control the pass, and it winds up in the hands of Foley for Foxboro. The other way now. Sullivan taking the three, no good. Rudder gets an offensive board, puts it right back up. Gamble to a right side, underneath trying to find Montero. Pass gets tipped, ends up in the hands of Foxboro. Aaron Foley fakes the three, sends it in the corner for Sullivan to take it, and Sullivan hits it. (68-21) with about 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. They get it to Horseman. Horseman driving in, send it back out. Dupill, long two-point shot, isn't going to go. Rebound's going to hit Avery Gamble, head out of bounds. Foley with it up top, sending it in underneath. Rudder sending it around. 2 points, good. Rudder underneath, connects for a mid-range two. Avery Gamble spinning around, gets it stripped by Collins. Andy Riley is there to collect it though. Riley working on Sullivan, needs help, sends it back out. 3-point coming from Farley, not going to go. And Aaron Foley there to get the rebound. Quickly up to Rudder, all alone at the bucket, good for two. Gamble the other way. Feeds it to Horseman. Horseman coming in with a mid-range two, off the glass and in. Good for two, Maeve Horseman. Cameron Collins now, baseball pass over to Rudder. Rudder taking a mid-range, not going to have anything on it. Underneath, rebound is loose, finds its way out of bounds. And we get a timeout, 2:55 to go. 72-23 the score as we take a break here in the fourth quarter. Out of the break, same look for both sides. Excuse me, out there for Foxborough, number 14, number 15 check in, Maddie Marr, and number 15, Adriana Perazzo. Coming in now, Avery Gamble driving in once again and connecting off the glass for 2 points. Avery Gamble with a couple good offensive drives through the paint in this game. Aaron Foley back to her left side, bounce pass underneath Finds number 5. Ooh, don't have number 5 in the game either. Michelle Brandt newly into the game for Foxboro. They ran the same 6 players for the first 3.5 quarters. So now we're getting subs, and I'm getting mixed up. We got a foul coming on number 5, Michelle Brandt. Avery Gamble hits her first free throw. Another sub as Ava Hill checks out of the game. And Mackenzie Burton checks in. Gamble connects on both free throws. Foley sends that ball out of bounds, just out of the reach of Adriana Perazzo. And it winds up in the bleachers. Gamble gets the ball up to Catherine Farley. Farley driving in underneath, back out to Gamble. Gamble taking the shot, no good, but Annie Riley's there to collect the offensive rebound. Gets tapped out of bounds by Michelle Brandt. Grace DePille coming back in this game. Gamble gets the ball into Horseman. Horseman taking a quick 3, no good. Fighting for the rebound was Farley. She's lucky she didn't get it over the back for that. Coming the other way, Sampson. Works the ball back to her right side. At the top, works it to Burton. Now underneath, out of the reach of Adriana Perazzo, and the ball travels out of bounds. A couple more subs for the Tigers. Number 35, Zoe Swanson coming in. Number 1, Marcella Rhodes hitting the floor. That's Marcella Rhodes with the ball, feeding it over to Horseman. Horseman driving inside, taking a shot, not going to go. Tigers collect the offensive rebound. Grace Dupill on the offensive rebound. Back out to Maeve Horseman. Hits on the 3-point shot. Hits from deep. Tigers get a bucket there. Sampson going the other way. Oh, we're going to get a foul on, I didn't see who. And they didn't update the clock, so we'll never find out. Coming inside now is Marcella Rhodes with a pass over to Dupill. Now Horseman back out. Annie Riley taking the 3, not going to go. Underneath, Rhodes gets the offensive rebound, breaks an ankle. Feet in the corner for Swanson. Swanson travels as she was driving inside. Under a minute to go here in the fourth quarter as Sampson brings it up for the Warriors. Inside now underneath number 14 with the ball. They get it back up. Number 12, 15, Sampson. I know her. Sampson driving in, right-handed. Shot gets blocked. Ball is still loose. There's definitely a foul somewhere. I just don't think the refs are going to call anything. 30 seconds to go as Rhodes brings the ball up the court. Rhodes getting around some people, putting up a shot. Hits front rim, no good, but good work to get around 2 defenders. Ball is loose, still loose. Gets picked up by Swanson. They feed it over to Dupill underneath, putting up a shot, and it falls. That's how this game ends, 72-30. A Foxboro victory after fourth quarters. That is also a hard-fought game on both sides. And thank you for watching. Until next time, this has been Jack Ryan for Easton Community Access Television.
Oliver Ames High School Sports home game coverage is underwritten in part by Bank of Easton, Premier Properties, Law Office of Sutton & Sutton, Easton Historical Society and Museum. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for making coverage of all this year's home games possible.